Hello everyone! For today's video, I really wanted to do my makeup routine. I've had this routine for about 4 months already. I feel like it really works for me. I feel like when I was younger, I had more time to play with eyeshadow and just had more time to do my makeup. But now I feel like this makeup routine is really good, especially because when I go to work, I don't have the time to be playing with eyeshadow and stuff like that. So I will focus more on my complexion. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so let me put my hair. I think that this would work. Also, I'm using my camera today. I'm not using my phone. It is harder though to use your camera than your phone. I've noticed that. I'm gonna start with this e.l.f. Luminous Beauty Primer. I use the matte one and I like that one, but I do have really dry skin. So I feel like this one works a little bit better for me. And of course it's really affordable, so I do recommend it. But again, if you have oily skin, you might want to use something a little bit more mattifying. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with this e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I've been trying to find this thing for, my goodness, ever since it came out, but of course, as you guys know, it went really viral on TikTok, so I was not able to get a hold of it for the longest time. Actually, I just got a hold of it like 3 weeks ago, I want to say, and I've been loving it. I will say though, if you want something with more coverage, go ahead and use your foundation, which is what I'm gonna do today. If I don't have time before I go to work, I don't do this step. Like I just either go with my foundation or I just go in with this thing. I don't usually use both, but a lot of times I actually do. So I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. And this beauty blender is from e.l.f. as well. I've used so many beauty sponges and I always come back to this one. I feel like this one really works for me. It's only $6. Sometimes I can even get it at like Smith's because I don't have time to go to Ulta all the time, but I do recommend it. I feel like it's not as hard as other beauty blenders. I feel like when beauty blenders are really hard, it makes it hard to blend. So as you guys can tell, it doesn't have a lot of coverage. Like you can still see my freckles and stuff, but it is like a really nice base before I put in my foundation in. For my foundation, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Porcelain. You guys can see right there. I always grab this one. I'm somebody that definitely, like, if I like a product, I am gonna keep using it. But because I feel like not a lot of things work for really dry skin, and I'm sure that if you have oily skin and you find something that works for you, it's gonna be really hard to change your mind on that one. So I'm just gonna put it down my neck. Okay, and I will go ahead and blend it in just to make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything. I feel like before I was really against brushes, but I feel like mixing both, like using a brush and a beauty blender, is like the best way to make sure that your product lasts longer and that you have a better finish as well. Like I don't think I would use that brush from Real Techniques if I didn't finish it with a beauty blender, because I feel like all brushes leave harsh lines. Maybe it's just me that I don't know how to blend, but I feel more comfortable using both. Okay, now as you guys can tell, there's a lot more coverage, but it still doesn't look cakey, if that makes sense. And I think the trick is to apply it with a brush and blend it in afterwards. Now for concealer, I usually use this Benefit one, but I ran out of it, so I went to Ulta and I bought this one. This one is in the shade Pearl, and I barely used it yesterday and I liked it, but I do think that it could be a little bit lighter, but it works. So I'm just gonna use a little bit on my eyelid and use this brush. This brush is the best one to apply your concealer with. I know actually on TikTok this brush has been going really viral to apply your concealer with, but since I have, take a shot every time I say I have dry skin. Since I have dry skin, I feel like it doesn't really work for me. I just prefer this one, but maybe it's because I'm already used to this one, I'm not sure. I will say it kind of separates a little bit and I don't like that. This one wouldn't do that, but maybe I just have to work a little bit more with this one. I noticed that yesterday as well. I mean, it's good. It just kind of creases more. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me go ahead and bronze my face. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. one. I don't know the shade of this one. I've had this one for a while now, so I don't even know what shade it is. As you guys can tell, it's almost gone. I probably need to buy another one here shortly. Let's see, I do want to make sure. Cheekbones. I do have a pretty big forehead, so. Okay, so that is to apply. And then to blend, I actually really like this Real Technique brush. I'm just gonna blend everything upwards. Like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna get this Rare Beauty in the shade Joy. This blush, I actually haven't seen a lot of people talk about this specific shade, which makes me a little bit happy because I feel like if somebody shares their favorite shade or something that has a little bit more of a following, everything just sells out really fast. So I'm just gonna put one dot there, one dot there, and this is your preference, but I kind of like one dot in my nose. I know it looks uneven, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in with this brush right here, and I'm gonna blend this way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use this Fenty Beauty in the shade Vintage Velour. This highlighter is really good. I feel like Rare Beauty and Fenty Beauty really, you can tell they actually put a lot of effort in their products because of the quality of them. I know a lot of other celebrities have their own makeup line or skincare line or whatever, but I feel like when you try the product, you can tell what people actually spend time in the lab and what people just put their face in their products. Okay. So now that I've applied it, I'm just gonna use this finger right here and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it in. Do you guys see that? It's so good. Now, I will say there are times where I don't have time to apply my highlighter. I usually do it when I wake up a little bit earlier. But I do notice that highlight does make a huge difference. Now that I've applied it with my finger, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my beauty blender and just make sure that, again, everything blends in. I'm gonna go ahead and use this powder. This powder, I think I used 2 full products of this one before someone made it viral on TikTok, and it just happened that I was on the last part of my second one before it got sold out everywhere. I couldn't find it online, I couldn't find it anywhere. It was so sad. So after a couple months I was able to find it, and this is the second time that I repurchase it after that. I feel like I never really liked the Laura Mercier because, again, I have dry skin, so it just never worked for me. And the reason why I love this powder is that I do wear glasses, so it does help my makeup stays longer, and I really like that. However, I'm not gonna come on here and say that your makeup won't transfer at all. Obviously, by the end of the day, there's still a little bit of makeup in my glasses. Not a lot, but still a little bit, which is totally normal. I feel like it's very unrealistic to say that your makeup is never gonna transfer. It's gonna be bulletproof, because that doesn't happen. Okay, I'm just gonna apply it to my T-zone. My camera is about to die. I'm gonna try to hurry and see if I can finish. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one, obviously, as you guys can tell. I just used it in my T-zone. I feel like it really helps me. And a whole pack of this is only $6 on Amazon, so run one and get it. For the rest of my face, okay, so you can either use a brush like this or a brush like this. I prefer this one just because I feel like it applies my powder better. Especially if you have oily skin, I highly recommend this brush rather than the other one. So I'm just gonna... My camera died. I finished setting up my face, and then I gave Emma some food. Hi, Emma. So once I'm done setting my face, I usually go with eyeshadow. Now, don't judge me. I am gonna be using this eyeshadow palette. It's old. It's the Carly Bible one with BH Cosmetics. I know that it's probably not good to use an eyeshadow palette that's so old, but honestly, they don't make them like this anymore. I don't know what it is. Maybe because a lot of people don't really care for eyeshadow anymore, or at least most people. So I don't feel like they're making them very good. Maybe that's just me. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this one right here. As you guys can tell, this makeup palette has been used and abused, but I love it so much. Of course, you don't have to use a 2018 makeup palette. Just go ahead and use whatever works for you. I will recommend though, anything cool tone, I feel like it just works better for me specifically. But if it's in the fall, or it just kind of depends, I do go with warm tones as well. So I'm just gonna apply some eyeshadow with the Morphe M573 and just go there. So I literally just use that shade. You can, you know, play around, do more fun stuff. How I said, in the mornings I just have time for one color and that's it. Sometimes I do add eyeliner, but that is rare. I don't have time for eyeliner anymore unless it's on the weekend or anything like that. But I will add, let me find the brush real quick. For now we're gonna use something, it's kind of like a flat brush kind of, and I'm gonna go ahead with my, gonna go in with my powder right here. And I'm just gonna clean it up. I'm gonna kind of make it as if I'm doing an eyeliner, but just with my powder. I feel like doing that really cleans like my eye a little bit better. So then I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. I feel like before I used to be obsessed with false eyelashes, and I still kind of am, but I've been using this, where is it? This one is from The Ordinary. It's a multi-peptide lash and brow serum. I do it at night, and I've had it for, I'm about to be done with that little tube, but I cannot, I'm not even joking when I said that my eyelashes have grown a little bit. So I don't feel like I need a lot of eyelashes, like fake eyelashes anymore. But sometimes I still put them for fun when I have time. But I can tell you I haven't put any in like 2 months probably. Just because I've been liking my eyelashes, and it's just so much easier. You save so much time with just spraying mascara. I do want to buy some, I believe they're called Flutter Habit. They're fake eyelash extensions, but that you can do at home. I think that would be fun. Maybe I can do a video about it and see if they work or not. So let's see. I do take my time curling them. As you guys can tell, it's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with mascara. I like this one. I also have, my mom is so cute. She always buys me the Mexican mascara. This mascara is better than all of these ones. But this one takes forever to come off my my eyelashes. So I don't use this one a lot because of that. This one I like because it doesn't have any fallout, but like it will last all day. But when I want to take it off, it's really easy to just go ahead and take it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I like the brush as well. So let's see here. Okay, now that I'm done with my eyelashes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows real quick. Let's see, where is it? Okay, I've been using this Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 5 since I was in high school. I have not found a shade or anything that works for me the way this thing does. However, it is $24. But I've tried the NYX one, I've tried other options, and they're either too light or too dark for me. I am gonna dye my hair in May, so I might have to go and use a different shade. But if you guys have any recommendations for me, let me know. I'm just gonna start in the beginning there and then at the end. These are my natural eyebrows. I don't really use a lot of product. Like, one of these pencils will last me for months because I don't really use a lot of product, just in like some little bald spots that I have, and then I kind of brush it off. And then with this one, the same thing, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, there. The reason why I know this thing is working is because I cut my eyebrows the other day and I had a huge bald spot in there and it grew already. So it's only $14. If you guys want, you guys should give it a try. It's at Ulta. Now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyebrows. You can use this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one for today. I use this one when I'm doing something a little bit lighter, and I don't know if I'm using it right, but I don't think it really sets them as well. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. brow lift, and I'm gonna be using the Morphe M158. I'm gonna be using this part obviously, and I'm just gonna go in. I don't know if you guys can tell a huge difference. This is one. No, I think you guys can see the difference. The last thing that I do, I'm not the biggest fan of lipsticks. They're great and everything, but I honestly don't have time to be putting them up every single, like every other hour, if that makes sense, like retouching. So I literally, when I'm at work, I just put Aquaphor. Even though I don't like lipstick, I don't like dry lips either, so I usually just do that. But for the sake of the video, and this I actually do a lot at work, lip gloss. I love this one. This one plumps your lips though, so I don't know how you guys feel about that.